Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 903 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Pyles, joined this morning from Iowa, James Dean Rader, from Wisconsin, Ben Funky Askren, and you from all over the world. Thanks for tuning in on this conference preview Thursday. JD's headed to EIWAs. I'm going to Big Tens. Ben's
I'm struggling on my computer. You know I hate it when you hate it when I ask for tech help, but I'm on the UWW site. I'm trying to find these Dan Koloff brackets.
It's too late.
Any success?
It ain't Koloff time. It's conference weekend time, Ben.
Koloff. Koloff's good.
It is actually literally Koloff time right now.
It's actually literally Koloff time. But the only brackets, you click on the Dan Koloff, that's just schedule news and photos, and then you can't figure out what's going on.
You just swore again, Ben, since you're trying to
I did not swear.
You said the D word.
No, I didn't.
Pretty sure you did.
This is blasphemy.
You're really bad at recognizing when you do.
JD, did I say which D word?
I did not pick up on anything, but maybe I'm deaf. I don't know.
There's no S words, no A words.
Everyone knows. All right, we'll just play it back again, and I'll just send you. I'll have to go back and listen to it, and then send you the recording, and then you're like, right. Oh, okay, I guess I did.
Well, why does UWW not have brackets on it? This is nonsense. Total shenanigans.
All right, let's get to the more pressing
Defending
matters
UWW,
of today.
this is not like a ranking series or conference or anything. So regularly, they don't have anything to do with the tournaments. Yeah, if it's not like a ranking series or a continental.
Okay.
Take it up with Koloff. Hit up Dan.
I don't know.
Do it on your own time. It's FRL time, Ben. And there's lots of news to get to. One, sad news. Start with the sad. Malik Heinzelman out forever. His career's done. He's out with injury. Andre Gonzalez in for Ohio State. Sad. Suffered an injury and is having surgery, and that's that for Malik. Big bummer for Ohio State. Andre Gonzalez is solid, but unlikely to qualify for NCAAs, I would say.
Yes.
So big bummer there. Potential blow to Ohio State. You know, Malik was the 10, but you could see him getting a decent placement there at 125 and having contributing some decent team points at Big Tens.
Yeah, I have a hard time seeing him move up that much more. Maybe like 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
Okay, big hater.
Yeah,
all the way.
No, he just hasn't beat any of those best guys.
Yeah, I mean he has in his career, but not recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Other news: Thomas Gilman. This is Koloff related.
I thought you said we couldn't talk about Dan Koloff.
This is the one thing you're allowed to talk about.
No, you don't get it. You don't get to bring this up. It's not Koloff time.
You finding Mitchell's bracket is very different than Thomas Gilman losing to a Japanese guy 11-1.
What is going on? I'm watching this match. The Japanese guy's got something in his mouth. What is he doing? Wait, they have blood rags again? You guys wearing blood rags? This guy just got a blood rag.
He's never stopped wearing blood rags.
What?
Believe that.
Yeah. Where are you watching this, Ben?
It's on FlowWrestling.org. I clicked on the the article. Team USA's results at the Koloff.
There you go.
Yeah, but he has the blood rag dangling from his mouth, and he shows the referee, and then he puts it away. But I thought those didn't exist for like the last decade.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had the technology to continue making them.
Some of the Japanese will even still present it when going out on that. Yeah,
wild,
very traditional. Okay,
all right. So Gilman gets smoked here. You're telling me is what you're telling me.
Does he get smoked back down to 57? Is the question? Is he like, all right? Well. That was 61 kilograms.
I don't think he was ever going 6-1. I'm kind of with Ben.
You think this is just entered the tournament, didn't want to cut down, and just wanted to get okay.
I went back and rewatched. He did an interview with Andy back in August and talked about kind of just enjoying the process more. And I think this was his way of. Obviously, it's much less enjoyable when you have to cut an extra 4 kilos.
A lot of weight.
That's a lot of kilograms. Okay. So that's good then. I mean, I think that's good for Thomas if that's the plan. And I think it makes sense.
Isn't it wild how much weight classes actually matter?
It's insane.
It really is, because like this guy's a world champ at the weight down, and now he goes up and he got beat 11-1 or something.
This guy's he's never been like a top 5 on the senior level for Japan.
What?
He's not. He placed. He lost to the guy that placed 5th at the Emperor's Cup this year.
Dang.
He was cadet world bronze in like 2017.
2017.
Like
a long time ago, JD.
Yeah. I know. Gilman was winning senior medals at the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Almost getting kind of old, huh?
I don't know. We'll see. He's been wrestling well.
He also, in that same interview with Andy Hamilton, literally said, "We're too far along in this cycle. I'll probably just stay at 57."
Sweet. Good.
So that would probably be a good indicator. But he also said he strongly considered going 61 last year, but then he just woke up one day and was like, "Nah, I'm going down." So maybe he woke up one day and he's like, "I ain't cutting this weight. I'm going 61."
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
He has until April to decide officially.
Last news item prior to our conference pick-a-palooza. Jordan Oliver retiring from wrestling, stepping into the cage at Bellator, Ben's former employer. He's going to wrestle or fight at 145. Ben, your thoughts on hearing this news?
Should have done it like 5 years ago. So he is. I just looked this up. Oh, no, I forgot. He's 32, going to turn 33 real quick here. And you and I had the same reaction that lightweights don't generally age well in mixed martial arts. And he's not old enough, right? He's not too old right now. But the problem is, to get to the real money fights, it's going to take him 5-8 fights, maybe probably more than that,
which is a year or two probably at the least, right?
At best. I have a younger guy who's in Bellator, and man, it's like 2 fights a year. It sucks. Like they're not booking him super fast, and you can't, unless you were to sue the organization, then they're not going to move you any faster, and none of these young fighters have money to sue the organization. So let's say 3 maximum. So it's 3 more years until he's reaching like really high level fights. No one's fighting in the best fights with 3, 4, 5 fights. So now he's 36.
You got to figure Jordan's smart and has to know that. You would think if he's entering in, he got some assurances or some level of, and no offense to your guy, I don't know who your guy is, Ben, but I think there's probably a little more fanfare and excitement around Jordan's career. The fact that they're signing him.
I think you'd be surprised maybe it was faster. I would be shocked if he just fighting high level guys really quickly, because the other thing is you don't really want to fight high level guys that quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't believe he's been training full-time mixed martial arts. I don't think.
He hasn't been.
So it's going to take him a while to acquire skills necessary to compete at that level too.
You know what would be crazy if he fought Pico? Aren't they the same weight class?
They are the same weight, yes. Pico's a guy, think about him. Kind of a great example is, his career hasn't went exactly the way that he probably envisioned it going. He's taken a few more losses, and that happens in mixed martial arts. But for him, he started so early, he's still only like 25 or 26, so he could really turn around and he could win. I think he's got, besides his injuries, won kind of a handful in a row. Yeah, before his injury, he had won 6 in a row, right? Mm-hmm. So he turns around, he wins a whole bunch in a row, and then all of a sudden he's fighting for a title when he's 27 or 28 years old. But, if Jordan Oliver were to take the same path that Aaron Pico has taken, then, Aaron Pico, his first fight in Bellator was 5.5 years ago. Almost 6 years ago. Yeah. So now he's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we wish him well. We'll miss him on the mats, but hope his career goes well and he gets fast-tracked and wins the fights and all that. Yes. And it is crazy. I remember in like 2016 thinking he was gone then.
That's probably when he should have went.
Yeah. He was just always, I think being always so close probably had to keep him. Just one. How many finals? How many times he makes then and. 2021 makes the team, and then the weight doesn't get qualified. It's just like, man, that how long this guy has been right there, I think has to have been a contributing factor.
Yeah, I think for sure, and it is obviously, well, this is life. It sucks because you can only really choose one of them, right? You can't really choose to do both at a high level. I don't think anyone's done it. I don't believe wrestled at a really high level and fought at a really high level. Even with jiu-jitsu, one of the things starts to suffer as you get better. So yeah, I guess we'll see how fast he can move along. We got another guy who did it a little smarter. Bo Nickel fighting this weekend. He started when he was like, let's say 23, 24.
Yeah.
Like that.
It didn't take him long.
But dude, he's getting fast track like crazy. He did the Contender Series. He's on a main card for the biggest UFC of the year.
I mean, yes. So yes, he's getting fast track, but let's go look at his record, and I bet you it's still. Hold on, let me find his record real quick, so I'm not misstating facts.
So all Jordan Oliver has to do is knock some bums out.
He's 3-0. He's 3-0.
3-0. His first fight was in June of 2022. So yeah, I mean that's really fast. I think he had some amateur though, wasn't it? Before then, he had a few amateurs.
I think so. I feel like he definitely fought before 2022.
Yeah, he definitely fought before 2022 because the last wrestling was 2021. So I think he had a few amateurs. So it's been a couple of years, but yeah, I mean, Bo Nickel's getting fast tracked about as fast as anyone has. And I mean, I guess Pereira was a really long time kickboxer and then got fast tracked to the top. And I think that is, I mean, in the UFC, it's definitely happening more. In Bellator, though, like name one of those guys that's got to a title fight in just a couple of fights.
I don't know anything about Bellator.
And there have been but I said Bellator because there have been a decent amount of high level wrestlers who've went to Bellator. You got Joey Davis, you got Tyrell Fortune, you got
Crutchmer,
Logan Storley, Crutchmer, Piccinini. You have a bunch of guys, and none of them are getting moved along all that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take Storley?
Storley just lost lost the title,
but
fight.
He was interim.
He was, yeah, but this is the second time he's lost to the current champ, so that's going to be an issue for him. Yeah.
Okay, off of MMA, on to conference. All right, here's how we're going to do it.
All right.
We're going to do champions.
Have you got the tracking number yet for my my title?
Yes. Do you have a
regular
pen?
Season?
Hold on, let me get a pen. I'll write it down. So we're going to do Big Ten finalists, champion finalists. Okay. We're going to do Big 12 champs, ACC champs, EIWA champs. That's how we're going to do it.
All right. So do we get, if we pick first and second place in the Big Ten, do we get like 2 points for the first and 1 point for the second? Do we get a point for making them the finalists, or like how do we score this?
So I think you get a point for the finalists being correct and a point if they win. So you can get
champs correct.
You can get 3 points out of the deal. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Ooh, all right. Start us off with a tough one. Oh, I gotta go find my Atlantic Coast Conference. Oh, there we go. Scroll down a little bit.
So 125 pounds. The contenders here: Trombley, Ventresca, Jack Wagner, Camacho, all in the mix there. Trombley beat Eddie at the dual meet. It was 3-1. I think it was sudden victory. So yeah. Hey JD, how do you want to do order here? Since you kind of run the show.
We will never remember Snake, and somebody will just end up saying it.
Ever.
So we're
I got Trombley. Give me Trombley.
Yeah. We just got to fire from the hip, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
What happened to their starter was out all year, Camacho? Can't remember. ACL, shoulder?
Yeah, Jacob. It was a knee.
Yeah, Jacob was hurt.
But he just signed up he's registered for the U.S. Open.
Hey, there we go.
So that's a good sign that he's healed up.
Sweet. I'm also going to pick Trombley in this case.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie is in every match, but he has a hard time generating the necessary offense. He could win this match for sure, but I'm sticking with what happened last
this was
time.
An overtime match. It was a duel.
Yes.
I'm going Trombley as well.
Okay. 133. The contenders really here. Mickey Phillippi, Sam Latona, Kai Orini, and then you got Jace Palmer at the 4 for UNC. I'm going Latona. He's going to finish the takedowns, get it done in regulation this time, not let it get to tiebreakers, and that's talking Hokies.
I like that prediction.
Okay, I'm gonna go Mickey Phillippi.
Nice try.
I think it's a safe bet because I think there's a chance that Latona or Orini lose to each other. So they're one of those could take the other one out, and Phillippi is very unlikely to lose to Jace Palmer, and I think he's a small favorite over Latona or Orini.
Yeah.
I really like what I've seen from Latona recently. I know he lost in the duel in January to Phillippi, but these guys are so close. I feel like it's a split situation. One guy wins one. This time, next guy wins it. Latona brings home the ACC title.
Brewer Latona get a second crack at someone. It goes well. The Aruja match was bad, and then it was really good. I think, all right, he's felt him, learned something from the duel. He gets it done. That's kind of my logic behind it. 141, Cole Matthews, Ryan Jack, Lachlan McNeil, Tom Crook. Tough weight. But I think Cole Matthews.
This is probably the weight of the tournament.
I think you're right. And I think it's Cole Matthews again. I think he's just had really good track record against this field, and I'm picking him.
I will also pick Cole Matthews.
I think Jack is 0-3 against Cole.
Oh, my goodness, Ryan Jack.
Yeah, I'm going Cole Matthews as well. I think the Jordan Titus match kind of scared a lot of people off of Matthews, and the Liras loss. Liras has proved to be really tough this year. And the guy dropped a match to Jordan Titus. Besides that, he's been really tough this year. I think he's still, a top 4 guy at the weight in the country. And I got him winning here.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
149.
Every match obviously close, though. Yeah. He's not winning by maybe 2 points. Maybe 3 points.
No, I agree. Don't sleep on Crook, though. You drowsy boys. Caleb Henson, Arrington, Jared Verclaren at 149. I think Henson's a pretty significant favorite here, though. I think Arrington's going to wrestle him tough. I've got Henson here. Freshman of the year so far.
Wasn't Zach Sherman a little tougher a few years back? I feel like he was.
Who?
Zach Sherman.
Yeah, what?
He was good like a couple years ago. And he totally.
Has he been wrestling all year for them? I feel like we haven't said his name at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Let's see. Look. Zach Sherman is 4-3 this year. Okay, so we're not like.
Oh, it's ugly.
Crazy. It's not pretty. He lost to Verclaren, Jack Crook, Doug Zapf. Those are his losses. His wins are, nothing.
He won 2 matches at NCAAs last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough. He beat,
and he was 10-11 last year,
but still won 2 matches at NCAAs.
Yep. Yeah, weird career for Zach. Man, he's kind of an interesting sleeper there, but deep sleeper. Hasn't been working for him this year, though. Okay, I got Henson. Ben's got Sherman. Who you got, JD?
Henson.
All right.
He's just been so tough.
Yeah. He is tough, son of a gun. Austin O'Connor, Bryce Andonian, Ed Scott. This is an awesome weight, too.
Awesome weight.
It might be the match of the... It's up there. It's 3 really strong, whereas 141 is 4 pretty good. I mean, Keating and Casto are no joke. But
Casto's been really bad this year, but yes, has been tough historically.
He's still no joke.
The reason I think 141 is the weight, though, is who isn't picking O'Connor after we saw the Andonian and Scott matches.
Who's not picking Cole? We all are.
I bet more people are not picking Cole than more people aren't picking Austin O'Connor. Because he wrestles those close matches.
Yeah, you could be right, but if Ed beats Bryce, which I don't know why we would pick that because he lost by 14 last time, but you have a close match. Listen, you're right. I'm picking Austin. I don't think Austin's excellence makes this a less tough weight. I think it makes it tougher.
Well, for sure. But he's just separated himself, I feel like, from the pack.
So maybe it's less interesting. You could say the weight's less interesting, but I think 157 has better high-end talent than 141.
Yeah. I mean, the other one I brought up at 133, but it's if 2 or 3 win, they have to win 2 really hard matches. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think O'Connor's he's the favorite overall, and just knowing that, he's definitely the favorite. He's definitely the one you pick.
Okay. Anyone giving who has a better shot, Bryce or Ed at knocking off Austin?
Say Bryce.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
because Ed actually has a win over
big
him.
Move potential. Ed wrestles him tighter, but Antonio could put him on his back for sure.
It's like the Austin Gomez Yanni effect.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then AOC gets down. He starts trying to, if he gets down by like 6 right away in the first period, then he has to storm back, opens things up for Bryce even more opportunities to score. So
sounds like JD's predicting a major decision for Bryce here.
No,
you get it, JD.
He's laying down the tracks. 165. Holden Heller, Justin McCoy, Matt Singleton, Connor Brady. Heller's been really good this year. I don't think he lost an ACC match. He had decently close matches, but not really. He wasn't really pushed. I think he's a kind of clear favorite here, and I'm just sticking with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Holden Heller. Do it.
Brady in the semi is that might be a match. That's all I'm gonna say. Might be a match.
I think it was 2-0 at the duel. Is 2-0.
2-0.
So that is a sneaky semi.
Sneaky semi.
Heller though undefeated against the ACC this year, so I'll ride with him.
Yeah, that's smart. This is an easy one. I won't waste much time. Mekhi Lewis is wrestling 174, and there's no one else really in contention.
Who's he again? Can you remind me?
Mekhi Lewis. He won, I want to say, a couple of Jersey State titles, and he's done pretty good since then. Alex Faison, Luca Augustine are also here, and there's no Duke entry at 174 of note. That's why it just says open.
Sad.
I got Mekhi. Be bold, be brave.
We should get triple points if we pick someone else.
Go for it. You know what?
That might entice me.
You get triple points if you pick Faison.
Triple's the safest, but you would have to do way more than triple for me.
Yeah, triples. Triples of the Nova. Trent Hidley, Hunter Boland, Gavin Kane, Neil and Tracian, and Reese Heller at 184. But I think this is Trent's weight. Hunter will wrestle him tough. He always does. But I still think it'll be Trent.
I mean, I think their duel this year was OT, and I feel like every time they wrestle, it's within 2 points. Notoriously, Boland had his number a couple of years ago, but it seems like Trent has kind of separated himself a little bit. Not a lot, but he's gotten the past 2 or 3. So
he's won the last 3.
Yeah. So I got to stick with Hidley.
Yeah. He hasn't beaten him since February of 2021. So it's been 2 years, over 2 years since he beat Trent. So I'm going Trent to win 184. Okay.
I'm Trent, obviously, also.
All right, there we go. 197.
I thought I already said Trent.
What'd you say?
Nothing. Let's go.
Okay. Nino, Andy Smith, Isaac Trumbull, Batista Bomb.
I'll give you triple to pick Andy Smith. Come on, don't be scared.
That semi's big for the team race.
No, come on, triple. Let's do it.
Triple, okay. Triples of Nino. I got Nino winning.
No, you're picking Andy Smith. You get 3 points if he wins.
No, you guys are the Nino haters. JD, big Nino hater.
What? Me?
All these people. I'm lumping you all in. I'm just collectively. You two love to gang up on me, so you're just lumped in with JD when that happens. And
Are you a
JD,
Nino hater, JD?
yeah,
I'm not a Nino hater.
Yeah. Oh, I can't stand him. Here's your.
Really?
I say you say Nino at the office. If you say Nino at the office, he just spits on the floor in disgust. That's what he does.
I spit on you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
Uh-oh.
very toxic workplace, Ben.
All right. I'm glad I'm not there.
That being said, I do want to pick Trumbull here.
Oh my gosh! See,
I'm not going to. I'm going to go with the safe play. The safe play is Nino. Nino's been excellent this year, so I'm going with him. But
man, but it pains you.
Come on, pick Andy Smith, Christian.
it's my love for the Omaha area and Isaac Trumbull.
You do love the Omaha area. Yeah, and you got to worry. Speaking of Batista bombs, you got to worry about Trumbull dipping into his WWE repertoire and hitting a tombstone on Nino.
That is true.
Don't think Andy Smith's ready. Andy Smith's he's from Virginia.
Pick him. Come on.
He's seen all the WWE moves, so he's gonna be ready. But he's not gonna beat Nino. And if he does,
what if Batista tries to Batista bomb Bonacorsi?
That's what I'm worried about. Okay. 285. Neisenbaum got the 1. Okay. Treffen, Katka, Slinger, the number 4. Shout out to Pitzer. Sorry you won't be there. But see you next year, buddy. I got Treffen of NC State winning this one.
That's who I was going to pick.
I think he's the best guy at this bracket.
I got Treffen also.
Yeah, I got
How
Treffen
did
as well.
Get the 1 here? I guess he didn't wrestle. Treffen didn't wrestle Duke.
Correct.
All right. Well,
did we the only weight we split on was 133.
Neisenbaum actually has got a pretty dang good resume.
He's good. Year. No, he's not bad.
Solid.
He's a big guy.
Oh, Keith! Oh, he beat up on Apollo at Southern Scuffle. Sorry, Keith.
He did. And I knew you'd bring that up. Josh Sloven says Singleton will win 165.
Singleton might. I mean, I was expecting him to do a little better than he's actually done this year. So I think that's well within the possibilities.
This is when true freshmen start doing stuff. It's like, oh, okay, here they go. They start putting it together. You know, the lights at the end of the tunnel. There's only 1 to 2 tournaments left.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get their groove. So, yeah, you got to have your eyes on these true freshmen come conference time. All right, that's ACCs. Write it down. That's what's going to happen.
I feel like there weren't a huge amount of picks that were contentious in that one. There were a bunch that were, we'll say, semi-obvious, and only a few weights where it was like, oh my gosh, who do I pick? I can't really choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. I got the Hokies winning this.
Oh, dude, team champs. All right.
I mean, no, I don't think so. I'm just saying it.
I'll go ahead and see.
Yeah, do team.
Yeah, good. Okay, we're doing team. Cool. Well, I've got the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Of course you do.
NC State. I'll go Pitt.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, Pitt's actually not a bad pick. Let's see. So they're gonna go.
Let's get crazy.
They could win.
Yeah. So now I'm the biggest Nino fan alive.
Yeah, now you love Nino. Too late.
Pitt
he doesn't want you.
They got the most number 1 seeds. They have 4 number 1 seeds.
That's what I'm saying.
Is the most of any team.
H2P.
And actually, no one else has more than 2.
Okay.
Wow. I don't know. Should I go Pitt?
Do it.
NC State's got a lot of 2 seeds. A lot of guys make the finals. See if they can make some noise past that.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna stick with NC State.
Okay, so we're split 3 ways on that one. That's fun. All right, let's make that part of it. All right, let's go to the biggest 12 of them all. It's such a big 12. There's like 17 in actuality. That's how big this 12 is. Starting at 125 pounds, you've got Killian Cardinale, Jory Volk, Noah Certain, Steve O'Poulin, Case Marger, Tanner Jordan, and Joey Pryor. There's kind of a lot of dudes.
But it's not actually 17. It's actually only, what is it, 14, 13?
You know, not everything is literal, Ben?
Well, I'm on the spectrum a little bit, so I take.
I think it's 13.
But I want to. Is it 13?
Just
I believe
13
so.
now.
They actually put out the brackets. Christian, did you see this?
No.
Yes.
Oh, we got brackets.
Yeah, brackets went out last night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's pull those in.
Yeah. But yeah, they're kind of full, but not all the way full. So I knew it was less than 16.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at those. All right, 125. Who's going to win this tournament?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna pull in those brackets. I gotta go find them.
Pull it in.
Oh, brackets.
I'll send them to you, Ben. I got the link.
You got the link? All right, sweet.
Put it in the doc, JD.
There we go. I probably got Killing Cardinal. Who's number 2 seed? I can't see it right now.
Jory.
Hulk.
Oh yeah. No, I'm picking Noah Certain. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, take that.
He lost 11. I've got Jory Volk winning this tournament.
I was Noah Certain looked terrible against Jory Volk, so hopefully he doesn't pull those shenanigans again.
He's the way, if you watch the match, it's like, well, I mean, Jory Volk picks him apart, but he doesn't pick him apart. He beats him really soundly, but like,
yes,
it was a snowball kind of thing with Noah.
Yeah.
But you can't watch that match and be like, yeah, Noah will get him next time, unless you're Ben.
Well, Noah pulls some things, he pulls some things and scores some big 6-point moves, semi-frequently.
He could just come out crazy and, this was an elevation match.
It was an elevation match, so maybe Noah Certain was just scared of the elevation. That's possible.
That is possible.
Jory Volk lost 10-1 to Eli Griffin from Cal Bap. Did you realize that?
I did realize that.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, Volk's going to have Prada in the
January.
second round. You can't rule that match out.
Yeah.
Also, don't look now. Caban back in it.
I actually thought that was kind of the way they drop everyone else in kind of sucks because like Whitcraft.
It's fun.
And Caban. I guess Whitcraft's fair because he's likely the 9, but that sucks for that dude, Eli Griffin, because Whitcraft could definitely win. And the Caban, he's tough. He could beat Steve-O potentially.
I actually prefer ranking like the top, I don't know, like 25% of a bracket and then just random draw for everybody else. So you separate your big dogs. If you got a clear 1 and 2, they're not going to hit to the final. But it makes, some more interesting like first round, second round matches.
Don't sleep on the Caban Poolin winner all the way to the finals. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Killing Cardinal, I remember being really impressed with him last year, but I feel like I don't know if it's injury, but I feel like he has not taken that next step.
His health has been a question the past 2 years.
Yeah.
He's my pick. I'm nervous about him.
He is 10-0 this year.
And then defaulting out.
Yeah.
But if he wrestles the entire tournament, I got him winning.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. But 133.
Wait, I didn't write him down. What was everybody's picks?
I got Jory.
I'm going Certain.
Ooh. All right.
Man. Yeah, Cardinal had 0 highly ranked wins this year.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So at 133, you can put Connor Brown down for Ben. I've got Dayton Fix in this weight.
Are you sure? He might get lucky.
He might get lucky. Well, he's been getting lucky at Big 12s over his career. So I think his luck's going to continue.
Who am I going to pick here?
Wyatt Henson. It says he's 0-0. Is that he's not 0-0?
Yeah, I don't know why it has that. I don't know if the team just didn't put in the.
It says it for Pippen too.
Yeah. And Midkiff. Okay, this is just
Dayton says that also.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First action for Dayton.
Okay, Connor Brown. Final answer. Just kidding.
He said final answer. No, you have to lock it in.
It was a joke. Dayton Fix, obviously. I will just go change the doc if you guys are pulling nonsense.
Pull Zeta to access.
I'll do what Christian does and change the doc so I get better picks.
You realize you won this year, right? You won the regular season.
I know, and to make it close, you had to go start changing picks as the season went on.
No. You had like one good week, and I had one bad week, and that was it.
One good week? I freaking won the whole season. There was like 14 weeks.
Yeah, I know. But
that 1 week, though, you You actually made a comeback, and that one week you got obliterated.
A bloodbath. That was really the difference. Yeah, it happens.
Oh man, that was wild.
But you know what? Still beat JD.
Mm-hmm.
What we got to talk about this 41 bracket. It's nuts because you're looking at a Titus Alirez quarter. You've got Carlson Swiderski round 1. Winner gets Carter Young.
That's wild, right?
That is wild. Hart Happel quarter. Drogomuller versus Greenwood right out the gate, and then winner gets Moshe. This bracket is fire right away. Now all right, let's play this out because there are how many 7 for Big 12?
7.
Okay, so let's look at Swiderski because that's the big question because he's going to need to make something happen. Does he beat Carlson?
There's not a chance, but I would say it's not all that likely.
All right, so if he loses that, he's going to get the loser of 13, which is the Happel Hart loser. So he's going to have to win that match. If he wins that, he'll get the loser of 15. If he wins that, which is probably going to be like Drogomuller. He wins that, and that'll put him in the top. And then that'll put him in the top 8, and he'll have to win one more match somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
So now, if he beats Carlson, let's say for the sake, and then loses to Young, so loser of 11, where does that go? Right there.
He would go.
He'll get loser of 6, which is Hart Nunez. Okay, this is a little better for him. He wins that one.
One's kind of easy.
Then he'll get the loser of 9, which is Titus. Man, this is just there's no easy way in this bracket. There's too many good guys. He can do it. Yeah. He's just gonna have to wrestle. He's gonna have to wrestle better than he has all year to do this. JD, is your man's gonna get it done? Is he gonna qualify for the NC2As?
Winning that match over Carlson is huge right off the bat.
Yeah, because if he doesn't AQ, he's not getting a wild card.
Yeah, probably not.
Unlikely. I think his best path for qualification is just stay in topside, make the semis, and then you're golden. Beat Carlson and Young. I think those are.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, well, for sure. It's less likely to happen than the other way. But if you're looking for a path, it's probably that. Because his backside matches aren't that much easier than his topside.
Yeah.
So, man, that's going to be a fun dynamic, and it's going to get interesting right away.
I kind of actually like how he matches up with Carter Young versus maybe a more stingy type of wrestler like a Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like obviously he's going to be in that match with Hart, but
Hart killed him.
He can't get off the bottom.
I know.
He couldn't get away from Carter. Remember, he had to kick him several times.
It's 3-0. Yeah.
Allen, was it 7-0 or something? I mean, I was worried that it was going to be competitive, and it wasn't really slightly competitive. 7-1.
Ooh.
7-1.
They did get away one time. All right.
Yes.
So that's interesting for Swiderski. As one of the more interesting title aspects of conference weekend is, can Swiderski qualify? But I've got Andrew Alirez to win this bracket. Been the best guy in the country so far this year.
I'll go with Andrew Alirez.
It's going to be, man, he's going to have Titus, Young, Carlson, and then probably Moshe. I wouldn't be surprised. I've been kind of predicting Hart to do this for a while. I should probably get off this train, but Hart could make the finals here really easily too. Not easily, but wouldn't surprise me.
It's probably Hart versus Alirez in the finals, and we saw that the scuffle when Alirez was kind of the clear winner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I've got Alirez. You guys got Alirez? Easy, says JD.
Easy.
So if he doesn't win it easily, it's wrong.
Correct.
Ben, did you in fact pick Andrew?
I picked Andrew, yes.
Okay. 149, Brock Mahler, the one.
Are you not listening to me today or something?
Yes.
I thought this is the second or third time you've asked me about my pick, and I already picked.
All right. Sorry. We got Mahler, Real Buto's the 2, Pinheiro the 3, Kellen March 4, Voinovich 5, Mitch Moore 6. This is a pretty tough, deep weight as well.
Also, yes.
Look, for poor Pinheiro, this is a tough draw for Pinheiro because Mitch Moore and him are going to have a 1-1 match going into the third period, or in the third period.
I mean, you could say that about darn near everybody with Pinheiro.
True, but you can especially say it with Mitch Moore.
Yes.
You can write
so
it.
Funny. The
Mitch
one
Moore's
loss,
headbutter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But Pinheiro, remember, lost to Wiley, not Moore in the duel.
Oh, yeah.
Which is honestly why he's probably below Real Buto.
Yes.
He got the 3.
Mm-hmm. But then he barely beat that you and I back up too in that duel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing? Pinheiro train.
You're on the Pinheiro train all the way through Mitch Moore, through Colin Real Buto, and through Brock Mahler.
Yep. Let's go.
I'm going Real Buto.
I think it's crazy, JD, but I'm doing it too. I just want to be on the train.
Gracious.
Listen,
it's such a fun, boring ride.
It is. And you know what? If he gets to that Mahler match and they have an official with some courage that just calls stalling when Mahler refuses to wrestle or try to
Brock
score.
Mahler, he would never stall.
He only stalled in that match, and he somehow got pinfall.
No, that would never happen.
You know what happened, Ben. You owe the people the truth. Tell the truth.
I don't know. I didn't say stalling.
Is Pinheiro Johnson the most exciting 3-1, 3-2 match wrestler?
Most
ever?
Exciting / boring at the same time.
I don't find him that boring. I just think he can't generate.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he can.
In all these one takedown matches.
He's trying. No one wants to wrestle him. He's got to chase them all over the mat.
Yeah.
And they have these officials doing 10-minute reviews.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He ain't winning this bracket, but I don't care. I'm still sticking with it.
Man, 7 times he scored 3 points this year. That's all you need.
Loves it.
1 takedown, 1 escape.
Yep.
He's a much better 3-point wrestler than Will Luan.
He's our new Will.
Yes. So Ben's got Mahler. We've got Pinheiro.
No, I picked Colin. You're not listening to me today, Pyles. I'm about to fire you. Or I'm going to leave the show or something.
You did say that. You did say that. Man, picking against your alma mater. That is.
Well, I like
AWA.
Nice guy. Yeah, AWA guy.
That's the lowest of low. 57, Frantic, G-Feller, JQ, Swenson. This is not as deep. I've got Frantic.
Frantic is a safe pick. I'm going Frantic.
Very safe.
What are the chances G gets in?
Man, I mean, G's got a... He's going to have a match against JQ's that is going to be pretty close. That was a pretty close match last time.
Mm-hmm. Very close.
Dang, Frantic dropping the first match of the season, winning the rest. I'll go Frantic.
Oh, Peyton Robb.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Who are you going to pick?
Frantic. I think we all took
He's
Frantic.
another fun train to ride, though, because he loves having close wild matches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carl O'Toole. Here we go. I said it after the match. I was like, I said I'll need to see something else from Keegan before I pick him to beat Carr again. So, I feel the same. Actually, I don't feel the same. As time has gone on, I've talked myself more and more into Keegan winning this match and the reasons why. But I'm not doing it. I'm not. I got Carr here. Carr until proven otherwise.
Carr.
I don't know why. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You know, it'll probably be closer this time, and then you're really gonna talk yourself into it.
100%. But then I'll be able to say, okay, I saw what I needed to see, and I'll pick Keegan for NCAAs. But not here. I've got David Carr. Hey,
Carr.
Baylor Fernandez, you're not allowed to hurt him. You leave David B. You got to get past Austin Yant first, anyways. But don't hurt anybody. That's That's all we're asking.
Yeah, it might beat him there. Well, we'll see.
It's really tough.
Yeah,
he's been having wrestling too much this year, I think.
All right, 174, Mako, Plot, then kind of a drop-off. Although Demetrius Romero lingering at the 4, he's wrestled 13 matches this year.
And then Hayden Hastings actually is not bad. He got put in one of the unseated spots, as did Broderson.
Yeah.
So
I still think this is a Mako Plot collision course.
Yep, I'm going Mako.
I don't know. Plot has not been looking too great past couple weeks.
But even still, although Runyon. Runyon's he's not 0-1, is he? What is these records? Don't put the records if they're not.
I don't know. Yeah, they're messing up the records. I don't know what the deal is. Lance Runyon does not have a great record, but he is not 0-1.
He's 4-5.
Yeah.
Oof. Didn't he? Man.
He was good like 2 years ago. He had a good year. Well, last year, 11-5, made the round of 16.
He pinned Ant-Man. I thought he beat a good Oklahoma State guy once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he pinned Plot.
NCAAs, right?
He pinned Dustin Plot.
Yeah.
What happened?
Mantanona's family was going nuts at NCAAs last year. That was nonsense.
Yeah. I'm sticking with Mako. I think he's a safe pick here. Plot 1, I wouldn't be shocked.
Sneaky, if Piccolo can make the semi with him. I feel like Piccolo's just such a wild card. He can do some funky stuff. That would be, I would almost feel more dangerous going into that match with Mako versus Romero.
I believe they wrestled at the duel and Mako beat him kind of easy. Yeah, Tate Piccolo 12-3. It was not super competitive.
Come on, JD.
Because if you rely on doing anything, I know Mako's funky, but if you rely on doing anything funky, it does not work against Peyton. None of it does.
None of it?
No, doesn't work.
All right, well then
you can't scramble with him.
Really weird feel, and he's really bendy. The funky stuff doesn't work against Peyton. You need good, solid basics, and if you don't have that, you're kind of screwed.
So does your funk not work against Peyton?
I'll try to use it.
Huh?
I'm smart. I'm smart. I don't try to use it. I'm smart. I know how to wrestle people.
So if you tried to scramble with him, it would not go well for you.
I just wrestle basics.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm smart enough to know when to put the right tools on the table there.
All right.
Yeah, I would just go basic. We've wrestled. I'd go basic hand fight, simple tax, tough ride.
Sick.
Tough wrestling.
So Mako's across the board. I didn't hear JD.
I go Mako. Yeah.
Mako.
All right. 84. We've got Parker Kekheisen and Marcus Coleman. They're the big dogs here. But Travis Whitlake also in the mix. I'm going with Parker in this case. I think Coleman could give him a really tough match, but
yeah, Kekheisen.
Dang, JD, it be your own.
You
can't even pick your own training partner.
Kekheisen has beaten him like what 3 times now.
Yeah,
hard to beat a good wrestler 4 times.
Out. Now that was the only takedown that he got.
Yeah. No, it's just a tough matchup. 97 is fun. Tanner Sloan, Rocky Elam, Younger Bastida, Luke Serber, Owen Pence. These guys are kooky. Feels like Elam's going to do it.
I like Elam here. I like that he's on the opposite side of Serber because Serber did give him some issues with that particular style. It felt like the Younger match, he had like kind of gotten over the hump there, and he kind of, honestly, a little bit dominated that match for what it has been previously.
Yeah, he is split with Sloan. Sloan beat him last time 5-2, but Rocky beat him 10-4 at the Scuffle. This was not this year. This was last season. I didn't realize how much time Rocky Elam has missed. He's 7-1 this year. Very limited schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But in that time, he's wrestled a lot of good guys. He beat Jacob Warner. He beat Cordell Norfleet, Andy Smith, Owen Pence.
Owen Pence is 9 and wrestles 10.
Yeah. And Younger Bastida. So a good ledger for Rocky. He's the 2 here. Sloan, a real beneficiary of the top seed because instead of getting in the younger Elam mess, he'll have Cerber, who he beat pretty soundly in the duel. So I think it will be Sloan out of the top side, but I got Rocky winning that match.
Dang, Sloan! I didn't realize Sloan beat. I probably I've referenced this before. I just didn't recall it. Beat Allred 12-0.
Yeah, he's tough,
bro.
Yeah, people forget about Tanner Sloan. I feel like he is tough, but I'm going Elam over Sloan as well.
Poor dude's training with Damian Hahn and Cam Simaz every day. You probably got to get pretty good. Only loss on the year to him. I won't bring it up, but his only loss on the year is Andy Smith.
Oh,
but I said I wouldn't bring it up, so it's not been brought up. Heavyweight.
Brought it up.
Tell me why Sam Schuyler can't beat Wyatt Hendrickson, Great American Hero. Tell me why.
Because Wyatt Hendrickson's a pin machine. Let's go, baby.
And he did pin him last time they wrestled.
That's
Sam Schuyler has jumped levels. Is this all right? You did the bit, but be real. Can Schuyler go with him? Can he keep it competitive?
No, Wyatt pins him. He's just too aggressive. This dude, he has like maybe the most testosterone on planet Earth because he just freaking goes out there and just tries to tear people's limbs off. Like
Someone get Wyatt's T levels
or something.
Man, I think this is a match, man.
Effect on aggression.
Yeah, I'm going with Wyatt, but I really think Schuyler can go with him.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting his falls. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pins this year. Let's go.
He's a freak.
God bless him.
20.
Nobody is a bigger Sam Schuyler fan than me, but nobody also supports the troops more than me. The heart is truly torn here.
His two loves are at war with each other. So you're going with Wyatt, JD?
Yes.
Yep. To Hendrickson, you pulling the Schuyler card? You doing it? A lot of talk.
I'm not. I'm going with Wyatt.
Dang straight.
Because all it takes is one. Because Schuyler's not like built for a comeback, right? Like if he gets down 4-0, I don't see any way for him to come back. But I'm saying don't rule it out. That's all I'm saying.
Not built for the comeback.
Schuyler's path is going to be tough. He's going to have Tyrell Gordon and then probably Elam just to make the finals. It's kind of a deep weight. Okay, that's Big 12s. Who's winning this?
Team.
Tiger style?
Yes.
I think Missouri wins this. That's my pick. What do you say, JD? Cyclone lover.
I know. I want to. Cyclones. Good tournament team. I think I have them with the most champs with 2. Is that right? Did I pick 2 Tigers?
I don't know.
I picked.
See what you got. Well, you got
Elam.
Mako. Everyone's got Mako.
Okay, I got 2. I got Mako and Elam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go Tigers.
I got four Tiger champs, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, one of them's Noah Certain though, so
that's gonna happen. We're all split on that. JD's got Cardinale, you got Volk, I got Certain. Certain's gonna win. Let's do it.
It could happen. It wouldn't be that big of a shock.
He was scared of the altitude.
Yeah, I know. This is at Tulsa. This is pretty close to sea level. It's perfect. The stars are aligning for Noah Certain like never before. Okay. And that means just one more conference to go. Big Ten.
We never did EIWA.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, let's do EIWA. Let's do EIWAs. Where I got a couple deep sleepers. I got a couple 2 seeds bringing it home.
Oh my gosh. No,
so deep.
Yeah. I've got 125. You've got Unger, the obvious favorite, the top seed, the guy a lot of people think is going to win him. But me, you got to look a couple levels deeper. You got to look at the results. This Patrick Goy, look him up. He's done some things in the sport. I think it's his time. He separates himself. Patrick Glory, out of the 2, gets it done for the Princeton Tigers.
Patrick Glory also.
Patrick Glory.
Wow. I swung all of you guys. All right.
Hey, the EIWA actually has 17 teams. You mentioned 17. Here we go. 17
This is the
teams,
team. Yeah,
EIWA.
this is the real Big 12. They have 17 teams. 133. Got Vito, Kolioko, Kurt Phipps, and McGonigal, the 4. Whoa.
I'm going Vito.
Yes. I also have Vito, but Vito's got to beat McGonigal and Kolioko to win this tournament, which I think he's going to do. Still notable. But give me
tough
Vito.
Weight.
It is a tough weight.
But Vito, different cat.
Meow. 141. Cornella, Darren Miller, Josh Coderhant, Casimir Hines. Is this wide open? Does anyone?
I mean,
Cornella's not been that great.
He's been the best.
He lost
top.
to Hines.
He's beaten some like really good guys, but he has had some not so great losses.
Who's the best?
Who's
the best guy he beat?
What'd you say?
Who's the best guy he beat?
I gotta look it up, but he definitely has a few good wins.
I mean, it's like Vasquez, Crook.
Wow, Crook, not a good win. I'm putting that down.
Huh? I'm just saying it's not the best win.
I mean
Zach
Vasquez
Redding
was a little higher. Crook, Redding was a decent win. Oh, he didn't beat Carlson. Darren Miller, Zargo. Yeah, maybe retrospectively it doesn't look as good.
Yeah. I
think in the moment Vasquez and Crook look better.
I agree with. He beat Darren Miller, which is probably the most notable, and he majored Coderhant this year. And they're the 2 and 3. Hines he wouldn't even see him unless Hines has to beat Casimir.
Yes.
To get to him. And will he do that? Casimir. They did not wrestle this year. Oh yes they did. Hold on.
It's definitely possible.
He lost to Casimir though. Did Hines. 7-3. So I got Cornella. All that to say, I got Cornella.
Cornella. Not shocked if it's not him, but he's the one for a reason actually at this bracket. So I'm going.
That's the one right here. 149. Everyone's talking Doug Zap this, Doug Zap that. Pin Quakers, it's their time. Well, you know what? Not me. I got the 2 seed, Yanni, bringing it home. Underdog City, they do it again. This is the tournament for underdogs. EIWAs, write it down.
Next topic.
Yanni, next topic. We need some next topics.
Next topic. Okay. Everyone else has Zap. I'm the only one with a little bit of courage. 157. Anthony Artelona, Josh Humphreys. Then a little bit of a drop-off. We got Cesar Alvan, Andrew Cerniglia. I'm going Humphreys here. Not a ton of confidence. He's kind of crazy. Good leg rider. Artelona, really solid. This is going to be a close match. I'm really looking forward to this one.
I'm going to go... I feel like I want to go opposite you at some point. So is Artelona a good choice here?
It is a good choice.
He is 23 and 5.
Alvan. Oh my goodness gracious!
He lost to Andrew Clark too. Sounds like he's due for an EIWA title, Ben.
He does have a couple wins over Garrett Model.
There you go.
Boom, that's all you need.
He almost had a win over Siebrecht until he got thrown to his back.
Oh, he was killing Siebrecht.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go Artelona.
Okay, top seed, front runner Ben.
Let's go.
165, Julian Ramirez, Quincy Monday. Don't count out Josh Ogunsanya. He's a tough guy. I think Quincy gets him back.
Did y'all see their first match?
I agree. Yes.
At 165?
Yes. Monday and Ramirez.
Yeah, it was wild. Back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah, and Quincy was like living on his legs, but just struggling to finish. I think
Julian's tricky. Julian's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Quincy Monday as well.
Dang, across the board. Write it down, Julian. There's some bulletin board material. This is maybe one of the easier ones here. Chris Foca has been so good this year. We probably haven't talked about him enough. We talk about him a reasonable amount. But I think Foca, next topic.
Foca.
I'm good with that.
84. Tate Samuelson, Jacob Nolan, Brian Bonino. I'm going Samuelson here.
Man, this is not a great bracket.
This is not a great right.
Yeah, it's too bad we don't get to see Jonathan Lowe in this bracket.
And Louis Dupre. Wait, he was 97 now. But
Yes.
still.
Dang, Cornell's guy's the 16 seed.
Yeah.
Christian Hansen. That's going to hurt for team points.
Could.
Yeah. I'll go Tate Samuelson also.
And then is Lehigh going to go back to back here with Michael Beard, Jacob Cardenas, Luke Stout, Jacob Koser, the top four.
I'm predicting
Michael Beard, next topic, I think.
Next topic.
Yes.
You heard it here, folks. This is a
Cardenas
guy that
and Stout are tough, but
fringe NCAA qualifier Michael Beard is now a next topic to win the EIWA. He has come a long way and been Askren's mind.
He won the fringe qualifier.
/ All-American.
I just proved it yesterday or 2 days ago, or I don't know when it was, recently.
It was proven. I also have Michael Beard here. Fringe NCAA qualifier, will win his conference.
Okay.
And then we got Big Slav holding down the
Big
seed at heavyweight for EIWAs. Yaroslav Slavakuski. This guy, hey, he's in the portal. He has to transfer after this year because of Ivy League rules. So wondering where he's going to go. Who could use a heavyweight?
He's in there as do not contact, though.
Don't talk to him. It's none
he
of your
doesn't
business.
want the contact during the season, probably, but
Yeah.
Season's over. He'll consider.
Yeah, but he's got his eyes on some different options.
We're actually there. A lot of teams have good heavyweights coming back.
Could he do the classic from Harvard to Oklahoma State?
Classic move.
Can you go Ivy to Ivy? Probably not.
No,
because that's the Ivy rule.
Yeah.
Well,
what if they're like, hey, you just can't wrestle at this institution?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was across the board, right?
No, it is across the board.
Okay.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We ready to go to Big Tens or what?
We got Slav. Okay.
Mel team champ.
Let's go Lehigh. Although Cornell's trying to pull out all the tricks to get the title because they're trying to keep those Lehigh guys out of the finals.
Mm-hmm. Man, who's Lehigh's heavyweight? Nathan Taylor. I'll go. Yeah, I think Cornell wins. Okay. Next up, Big Ten. And we're doing finals in this one. Just because. That's fun. And we'll start at 125. Spencer Lee, Liam Cronin, Matt Ramos, Eric Barnett, Pat McKee, DiAgostino, and then you slide up Braxton Brown to the 7, Peterson 8, Medley 9.
And you lose, but you do lose a qualifier spot.
You lose a qualifier spot. Ouch.
That is an ouch.
So I think. Well, we should talk about like some of the quarters. Like, do you think Barnett beats McKee again, or does McKee get it done?
Man, I'm so sick of picking that one because I think I've got it wrong all of the time.
Well, this isn't a pick 'em, so there's no penalty. It's just like your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, that is. I mean, I was being funny, but it's also kind of like those dudes just keep going back and forth. And given that Barnett beat him last time, there's a decent chance McKee wins this time.
Yeah, I'll take Pat to get to the Spencer match. And then I've got Spencer winning that. I have Ramos beating Cronin with not the highest degree of difficulty of confidence, but I think he does it. He'll have to beat DiAgostino, which is not a gimme. Whereas Cronin will have Braxton Brown in his quarter.
I'm trying to remember. Man, they didn't wrestle, did they? Cronin and Ramos.
Well, if you recall.
What do I recall?
Cronin wrestled the day before, and then he and Rob didn't wrestle their Purdue matches.
Yes.
I wasn't going to bring it up again.
Remember Jax Forrest? Jax Forrest did pretty well against like Brett Unger. Did he beat Unger? Maybe
he beat him,
but Ramos kind of killed him. Which is, I mean, that's kind of what you should do against a high school kid. But high school kid, besides that, he's been pretty damn tough against almost everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Ramos been in the game a while. Brett Unger's still a true freshman. I'm sure they kind of view themselves as sort of peers. So,
yeah.
I'm going. I've got Spencer over Matt Ramos.
I got Spencer over Cronin. Cronin gets it done.
Spencer over Ramos.
Okay. Are you writing these down, JD?
Yeah, I'm writing them down.
I need to open.
He's like the waiter that memorizes all of them.
Does that? You know what? Quick aside. That just drives me nuts.
But if they get it right, then you're impressed.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't care.
What do you mean, no, you're not?
Wow, you remembered I wanted my steak medium rare. Like, it's not some. I'm not like, oh wow. I don't care about the degree of difficulty in bringing me the right food.
I'm impressed.
I'm not impressed. And you know what? A lot of times you go to these fancy places and they mess up the order. It happened. I went to this super fancy place for Valentine's with Katie. Very nice.
Ooh,
swanky.
Nice date. Okay.
Expensive. Okay. I don't do this.
It's not that fancy, okay?
No. It was that steakhouse at the JW. Anyway. Ooh, and the girls like we're ordering some drinks, some adult bevies. And they bring, and I don't care, but they bring Katie the wrong one just because like you're trying to get style points, but it's not. I don't know. I don't understand it. You don't have to do it. Just write it down.
Yeah, I mean, when they mess it up, they do look like super dum-dums because then the
risk reward is not there.
Dumb and arrogant.
Yeah.
They're arrogant enough to think they could do it, and then they didn't actually do it.
Yeah. Do you tip higher because they have a good memory? It's like, no, just be nice, have good service, keep the drinks full, bring me the right order. That's the path to a good tip, not like degree of difficulty. and that's restaurant talk with CP.
I'll say it. I'm impressed though if it's done without a
That's what I agree, JD. I'm with you, but they do look like dummies. So it is they are setting themselves up to go one way, this way or this way. They're not going to be in the middle.
That's right.
You know what I bet these show-offs do?
It's not worth the reward.
Yes.
You know what I bet these show-offs do? I bet they go and they memorize it, and as soon as they walk away, they're scribbling it all down so they don't forget it. That's my bet.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, they do got to go put the order in. They probably walk right to the computer and they just put the order in.
Yeah. Okay. So Spencer over Ramos, and you've got Spencer over Cronin, JD. 133. Deep weight. Roman, Mendez, Bird, Cannon, Ragusin, Nagao, Heilman, Teskey, the 8, Foley, 9, Lamont, 10. I have to keep saying these names because they're very relevant wrestlers.
And for qualification, because like Terry Lamont right now, not in. There's only 9 allocations. He's the 10 seed.
Yeah, very true. So I've got Roman beating Ragusin in the semi. Then I've got
Cannon.
So Ragusin over Cannon.
I'm saying it. I don't really know, but it's my thought. Just so Tyler Meisinger doesn't yell at me mainly. And then I've got Mendez beating Bird again. I feel like if you can beat him in the first week of the season and you're a true freshman, it would stand to reason he could. But I'm not surprised at all if Bird wins this match for the record. And then I've got RBY over Mendez. A little closer than last time, but not close.
Yes. I feel the exact same way, and I'm doing the exact same pick.
Wow.
The exact same, all three around.
Okay.
I mean, it feels, yeah. It feels kind of obvious. So maybe that means it's not going to happen.
Well, I think, I obviously, of the predictions, I feel the least confident in the Mendez making the finals aspect of it. I think he could lose. But there's no real reason to predict it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Bird was not really particularly close to scoring on Jesse in that November match.
He's not.
But he's allowed to adjust too. I'm
going to be a hero here. I'm going to pick something different because we've been kind of like playing.
Hero ball.
I'm going Hardy over Bartlett, Hardy over Woods in the finals.
Whoa!
I feel like someone's got to go for it at some point.
Kickstart my heart. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
I have yeah. Real Woods in a Big Ten final. I just feel like he's going to come out. He's going to get that first takedown. I've got real, man, I am having a tough time with this Bartlett one. Bartlett Hardy. Because Hardy's going to come after him really hard. You would figure. That's kind of how he wrestles everyone. Does that play into Bo's advantage or what? But seeing him lose to Emilio Isagera makes me think Bartlett gets this done and loses to Real.
But Bartlett can't replicate the way that Isagera did it.
Oh, need I remind you, he has an 11-second pinfall with a near side cradle. So check and mate, Ben. So tell me what can't be replicated. I know factually he knows a cradle.
What do you think? What do you think the odds I'd give you if you said Bartlett's going to cradle Hardy to his back?
Around even.
Even?
No.
Stop. Okay, I'll take that bet.
No, probably plus 500.
More than that.
More than that. Yeah, he's not going to cradle him. He doesn't have to cradle him.
I said cradle him to his back.
Hardy, yeah. I mean, this is a tough one. So you got Brock Hardy, Big Ten champion. This is an opportunity for separation for me, because you could get 0 points almost here. You would just get 1 for Real making the final.
Yeah.
What do you say, James?
You can get it done.
I'm playing it safe. I'm going Woods over Bartlett. I think Bartlett gets it done in the semis. maybe the Isagera match has thrown me off too much from Hardy more than it should. I'm taking into account. I'm definitely not saying, that's what Hardy's going to look like here at Big Tens, but Bartlett's looked really good or maybe I shouldn't say really good. He's wrestled like Bo Bartlett, but he's looked solid this year.
Are you kidding me?
Well, he's obviously not like crushing people. He did get, that 12-second pin or whatever, but he's not out here lighting up the scoreboard, but he's wrestling solid. So Real Woods over Bo Bartlett.
Let's just look.
Prediction. Locked.
Bo Bartlett. Just real quick. Last couple matches.
Bartlett over Real Woods. Do it.
He scored 12 points, 5 points, 12 points, 12-second pin, 4-4, 7-7, 12, 8, 4, pin, 5, 8, pin, tech, 20, 3, 7, and 10. That is huh?
What a beast.
What a beast. Well said. He scored more points than I think you're giving him credit for. 45% bonus.
Ooh, 45. Bonus machine, baby.
Yeah, 141.
I'm going to have the last laugh, just like Michael Beard in 2021. One more time. All right. 149 is tough because what?
What was your finals prediction?
Real over Bo.
Okay.
10-9 shootout.
Whoa.
That's highly unrealistic.
Incredibly unrealistic. Will not happen.
What if it happens and then you have to play that?
Dang it. Don't play the part where I said I was kidding. Just play the part where I said it.
Yeah.
149, Sasso, Gomez, Yaya, Murin, Van Ness, Blockus. Now, this one's really tough because I think we all think Gomez is the best guy here, but
yes.
The injury looms. And like I said on the last show, I don't expect him to forfeit out. He's going to wrestle unless he gets hurt and cannot wrestle.
But is he going to wrestle as effectively?
That's the question.
And then if it hurts a little bit, is he going to say, I'm good. I got my spot. I'm in the finals or I'm in the semis, and now I'm done.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Does not sound like that's the plan. They're going to wrestle it out. But
I think it's going to play a factor, and I think the likelihood that Gomez being at X%, tossing, I don't know what, 80, maybe 75, something like that, is enough to steer me off pretty strongly from a championship pick, knowing he has to go through a guy like Yaya Thomas and then Sasso. Because we're picking finalists, it makes it a little more tricky, but I'm going Sasso over Thomas.
I mean, listen, if he's 95%, I think that's enough of a difference to skew it.
95 is a very high percentage also.
But I'm saying even if he is, I think that's enough to skew it for his opponent's way. I mean, look what he needed to beat Sammy Sasso in the All-Star. He was down big and had to storm back. I've got Sasso over Gomez here in the finals.
Okay.
I think you're going to have big Sammy Sasso Sunday night. He's going to have a nice little Sunday breakfast, a little brunch.
Big Sasso.
Big old omelet, peppers, sausage, mushrooms, couple eggs, maybe some biscuits. He's going to be feeling fantastic. And I don't think he's going to.
This is like a Shane Sparks bit. You're describing his breakfast.
Yeah. I'm actually describing a breakfast I would love right now. I would love a nice omelet.
Okay. Must be hungry.
Yeah, a little bit. 9:30. In about a half hour, I'll be ravenous. Okay, that's my pick. What do you guys got?
I'll go
Sasso over Thomas.
Sasso over Thomas.
Okay, wow. All right.
The 4-5 is interesting because
that's what I was gonna say.
That's gonna. I mean, yeah, it's an important match.
Yeah.
I would take Mirren in that one. Just the experience, but maybe Van Ness.
To what what Christian said earlier about true freshman is like.
That's just I was about to counteract myself with, but maybe he got a feel for him. He makes some adjustments. He comes on late. We know what Max Mirren's going to bring to the table. We feel like we know what Van Ness, but still a little more of a question mark just because we haven't seen him in a postseason yet.
The thing for me is how tired Mirren got in that Oklahoma State match. That was weird. I don't know if that was weight related or
that
what.
Was strange, huh?
But that's like planted some seeds of doubt in my mind. Like, it's made the Van Ness match more of a potential toss-up match than I would have guessed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
149, obviously very high level, top 4 or 5 guys. This one not as fun for high level guys fighting for an allocation spot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
9
allocations here. You're looking at Tony White, Dane Morton, Jake Harrier at the 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, that is funny. I brought that. I think it was yesterday. How some weights it's very clear cut, and then 57. We're talking about next. Is you got some tough guys right below the cutoff.
Man, do you look at, and let's go to 57, where you've got Rob, Haynes, Coleman, Saldate, Seabrick, Luan, Carr, Chumbley, Model, Gilcher, Brayton Lee, Patty Gallagher rounding out the top 12. If you're Patty Gallagher, are you saying like, dang, Seabrick, then Saldate, and I'm in the semis and I qualified? Like, if you're Ohio State, this is a pretty great draw for your 12 seed, right?
Yeah, I feel like yes, 100%.
Do you think he could do that? Who do you expect?
Patty did not wrestle Seabrick, right? Yeah, Patty could beat Seabrick 100%. He could lose, but I don't. Almost to the point where there's part of me would consider him a favorite against Seabrick.
Interesting. I'm not saying that's crazy, and yet you look at Patty's last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 2 and 4. I mean, his last.
But
6.
really, it's the okay. He got killed by Leo Haynes, but he wrestled 5-4 against Peyton Robb, very competitive match. He lost to Saldate 5-4. He lost to Luan in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other match that is maybe not a good loss is Gilcher, but Gilcher's been pretty damn good this year.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have any. He doesn't have any high level wins is the problem. But yeah, I don't know with that Rob match. Maybe it makes you kind of feel like he's kind of finding his way.
Yeah. I'm with you. He's sneaky there from the 12.
Yes.
Haynes Coleman. What do we think about this potential semifinal match?
I would lean Haynes, but
Part of me thinks Coleman could blast him early. Yeah, run right through him one time. Haynes could run him down. But I think this is kind of I think a lot of people were just penciling Levi into the finals here. And Coleman just has some tools that I think match up well against Levi. But I still have Haynes winning that match. I think 7 minutes of Levi is a lot to deal with. I think the mat is just where he's really...
Can Carr beat Haynes, though, prior to that match?
That's the question.
That's the question right there.
Because what is Mikey Carr?
Mikey Carr, he's going to get a few takedowns at Levi Haynes, and then it's like, can he withstand the barrage that happens after that?
Are we sure he's not dissecting humans this weekend?
Yeah, is he going to be peeing all over the place?
I feel like he's going to show up. I feel like what happened, he gets a few takedowns, and then Levi Haynes runs him down as the match goes on, is what I think happens. And then I think Levi Haynes also beats Coleman, and then I'm going to say Peyton Robb beats Levi Haynes in the finals.
That is my prediction as well, Ben.
All right.
For all the chaos we talked about this bracket, we are all going Rob over Haynes.
1/2.
Oh, lame.
1/2.
But come NCAAs, I may be more of a gambling swashbuckler. But right now, no. I mean,
I think a lot of the chaos happens in like the round of 16, the quarters, stuff like that. But
yeah, I mean, because chaos could still happen here. It could be, right? Gallagher goes nuts. He beats Seabrecht. Then he beats Saldate, but then he loses to Rob in the semis. And, it's still Rob versus Haynes, even though the 12 beat the 5 and the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It feels like something like that's going to happen.
Is Luan going to beat Kendall Coleman? That you can't rule that out. It's happened before.
Yeah. I mean, is Luan going to beat Brayton Lee? That's going to be an overtime match, guys. almost certainly that is 3-1 in overtime.
Yeah. 3-1 OT.
What if Brayton Lee goes Will Luan and beats Kendall Coleman?
I mean, speak it into existence, I say.
I mean, there's no almost to me. If you said, hey Ben, put odds on the fact that Brayton Lee versus Will Luan goes overtime 1-1, it might be even money with any other possibility.
Yeah, good point. All right, 65. Hamady, Amin, Kennedy, Facundo, Harchla, the top 5. That's a tough top 5.
Yes.
We think Hamady's the best guy here, but
yes.
Who do you think wins that quarter between Facundo and Harchla?
Man, all it was a headgear thing last time. I think both of them have a hard time. I mean, I think it's another overtime match because I think both of them have a hard time scoring on the other one. I'll go. Harchla figures out a way to get it done in overtime.
I'm with that. And then Hamady beats Harchla.
Hamady beats, and that one was close last time. Wasn't it 4-2 last time? How did it go?
4-2 sudden victory. That's the only time they've met.
And that was like the Conci semis of Big Tens last year or something to that effect.
Big Tens, yeah.
I think committee probably wins again.
And then bottom side, what kind of a shot do you give Kennedy against Amin in that potential semifinal?
I think pretty good, given the fact
I'm picking it.
Yeah,
Kennedy over Amin.
I thought I was going to be a little different there, but I think the same. I think Cam's not 100% healthy. I think that's not a good situation.
Kennedy's might be even a chance where if Cam makes it there that he just injury defaults too.
Oh, if he's that hurt, yeah. I mean, possibly. Yeah. Possibly. Now,
he'll have already qualified by that point.
Okay, so we've got Kennedy and Hamady in the finals, it sounds like.
I almost feel like the Facundo Harchla semi is harder than the Amin Kennedy.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're similarly difficult.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take.
Not a hot take. Hey, I actually got to be out of here at 9:45. We got to hurry up, or we're not going to get these done.
Oh my gosh! 9:45.
I told you I warned you last night.
You said you sent the time 10:15. All right, be quiet.
I have to go somewhere. I have to leave my house and be somewhere by 10:15.
Just drive fast. It's not hard.
I probably will drive fast. I can't drive 55.
Can Kennedy beat Hamady? That was a pretty competitive duel.
That was a close match. I think Hamady wins.
Okay.
Hamady over Kennedy. Final answer.
I'm not shocked if
Hamady over Kennedy.
I've got Hamady over Kennedy.
Why are you guys copying me?
I'm not shocked if Kennedy wins that match. I'm not shocked if there's a lot of different scenarios that could play out in this bracket. I wouldn't be shocked. If Hartzler makes the final, if Amin is just right, and I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Kennedy. 74 shouldn't take as long. I like Staracci over Labriola. Pretty safe here. I think Ethan Smith's really good, but I don't think he's
safe 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
You know what match is interesting?
But then then those two almost get in a fight at the end because someone says something at the end. But they didn't try moves for most of the match. That's my prediction.
Yes, that's so true. All right, next topic.
Well,
this one's 84 is pretty similar.
Is that what you say, James?
Yes.
Staracci over Labs. Brooks over Romero is actually easier than the other.
Brooks over Romero, Romero over Salazar is I feel like kind of easy as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's 84's got to be the weakest Big Ten weight.
Yeah,
there could be a little
Pinto
bit.
Now, I mean, I actually see Pinto getting the upset. Let me call that one Pinto over Romero. I'll take that. Pinto makes the final and loses to Aaron Brooks.
I was just about to say there could be chaos outside of the. I've still got Romero coming out of the two, but kind of below that, 3 through 8, there could be some crazy stuff happening here.
No respect for Caleb Romero from Ben. It's absolutely disgusting.
You're just scared to pick anyone who's not the favorite. You've been picking all 1s and 2s.
All right, let's see how I do, Ben. Max Dean, Silas Allred, Zach Bronicle.
Christian, that's where I'm going to start calling you.
Cam Caffey, Jacob Warner, Jackson Smith, Hoffman, Amos Foy. A lot of dudes.
Who the hell is going to end up in the semifinal opposite?
I have no idea. I have no freaking clue. I think Warner gets to Dean and loses to Dean. I think Dean wins this. You know what? I don't know. I'm not picking first.
I'm going Dean over Aldred.
Wow, courageous, courageous Ben.
I've been the one picking all the
2.
wild picks. You guys have been doing nothing but 1s and 2s over here.
What a crazy guy.
If Warner was opposite,
I know. Same.
I would probably pick him, but he's not. I'm gonna go Bronigle.
Yeah, I'll take. Give me Jackson Smith. Just chaos. Max Dean over Jackson Smith.
What? There you go. We goaded you into.
He already beat Bronigle this year. You realize that, right?
Who? Jackson Smith?
I remember.
That was early. I think that might have been a Tiger Style Invitational or something.
Was that Missouri? All right, heavyweight. This is a tough one. Paris, Kirkfleet, Cassiope, Davis, and Hilger.
Paris over Kirk.
Yes.
Wow. More bravery.
It's great because it's, like 1 through 4 in the country. These guys are all incredibly good, very high level, but I just have a hard time seeing it playing out a different scenario.
Yes.
I'm so excited for it, but it seems like
Kirkfleet over Paris. Did you hear me?
You're going Kirk over Paris. Okay.
Yes. Did you get that, Ben?
Yeah, I heard you.
2 over 1. Okay.
I mean, I think you're gonna be wrong, but
it's possible. He's beaten him in
that very courageous because it was very competitive.
He's beaten him in that very building before, as we recall.
The building matters. The building feels the vibes.
In more courageous acts, I have Penn State winning this tournament.
Well, I'm going Iowa.
Okay.
No, I'm lying.
No. You said it.
JD already locked it in. Took me off editor status.
It's locked in.
Locked and loaded. Penn State.
And we did it. Remember to watch the watch party. That's starting Saturday and Sunday, all weekend. Tune in with Kozak and Tyler and maybe Sweet Prince Connor. Maybe Sion makes an appearance.
Oh, my goodness.
We'll have teams at Big Tens, Big 12s, EIWAs, and ACCs. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
so stay tuned. Ben, who knows what he's going to be doing. But
you know what? Actually, I have a paid appearance in Iowa for the UFC thing, but I made sure it's at a sports book, and I made sure they're going to have the Big Tens and Big 12s on also.
Let's go.
How tremendous.
All right, Ben. Well, we hope you have fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back next month. Monday. We're figuring it out. We're going to have a show Monday. Don't you worry. Thanks so much. Thank you. Goodbye.